There's been a lot of talk about Sigma males lately, a lot of people throwing the term around, but what does it really mean? We're diving deep into the Sigma male, separating fact from fiction. Look, understanding human behavior is complicated. You got your alphas, your betas, and then you got these guys operating outside the whole system. We're talking about 10 common misconceptions about Sigma males. These are the kind of things people just assume without really thinking. So buckle up, because we're about to break down these stereotypes and get to the truth about what it means to be a Sigma male. Sigma males are often misunderstood, and we're here to clear up the confusion. They don't fit into the traditional alpha or beta categories. Instead, they carve their own path, often going against the grain. This independence can be mistaken for aloofness or arrogance, but in reality, Sigma males value their freedom and self-reliance. They don't seek validation from others, which can be both a strength and a challenge. So let's dive in and debunk these misconceptions one by one. Get ready to see Sigma males in a whole new light. Okay, first up, people think Sigma males are these lone wolves, always off by themselves. And yeah, they do value their independence. They like their own space, their own company. It's not that they can't handle being around other people, it's more like they choose who they spend their time with very carefully. They're not out there chasing approval or trying to fit in. They'd rather have a few deep, meaningful connections than 100 superficial ones. They're not afraid of solitude, they embrace it. Solitude is where they recharge and find clarity. It's a time for self-reflection and personal growth. They use this time to pursue their passions and interests. They are adventurous and enjoy exploring the world on their own terms. For Sigma males, solitude is not loneliness, it's a fulfilling and enriching experience. Alright, another misconception. Sigma males are antisocial. People see them as quiet, observant, maybe a little detached, and automatically label them as antisocial. But here's the thing. There's a difference between being antisocial and just not being the loudest guy in the room. Sigma males, they're watching, they're analyzing, they're taking it all in, understanding the social dynamics, the power structures. They're not necessarily judging, they're just observing. And when they do choose to engage, they can be incredibly charming and charismatic. They're not afraid to speak their minds, but they do it in a way that's thoughtful and engaging. They're not trying to be the center of attention, but they're not afraid to command it when they need to. It's not that they're antisocial, they just choose their moments. They engage on their own terms, and that's a sign of real confidence. Sigma males are often misunderstood because they don't fit the typical social mold. They prefer quality over quantity when it comes to social interactions. This doesn't make them antisocial, it makes them discerning. They know when to speak and when to listen, and that's a powerful trait. So next time you see a Sigma male, remember, they're not antisocial. They're just choosing their interactions wisely, and that's a mark of true confidence and intelligence. Misconception number 3 is that Sigma males lack ambition. This is a big one, and it's totally wrong. It's like saying a wolf chilling in the woods isn't ambitious because it's not climbing a corporate ladder. Sigma males are ambitious, but it's not always visible. They're driven by something deeper, something internal. It's about mastering their craft and becoming the best version of themselves. It takes serious drive to forge your own path and defy expectations. Sigma males are often pioneers and independent thinkers. They're not afraid to challenge the status quo and go after what they want. So don't let anyone tell you Sigma males lack ambition. They have it in spades, focused on personal growth and fulfillment. Sigma males often work behind the scenes, making significant strides without seeking the spotlight. Their ambition is not about external validation, but about achieving personal milestones. They find motivation in self-improvement and inner peace. Constantly learning and evolving, Sigma males set high standards for themselves. Their journey is often solitary, but it's filled with purpose and determination. They take pride in their work no matter how unconventional it may seem. Sigma males are visionaries, always looking for ways to innovate and improve. Their ambition is a quiet force, driving them to reach new heights. So remember, Sigma males are incredibly ambitious, just in their own unique way. Alright, misconception number 4. Sigma males are emotionless, like robots or something. This one's a classic, and it's just plain wrong. Look, Sigma males can seem stoic, reserved, even a little detached at times. They're not the type to wear their hearts on their sleeves or spill their guts every 5 minutes. They process their emotions internally, and they're not always comfortable expressing them openly. But that doesn't mean they don't feel deeply. In fact, Sigma males are often highly sensitive and empathetic individuals. They experience the full spectrum of human emotions, just like anyone else. They just express them differently. They might show their love through actions rather than words, or channel their pain into creative pursuits. They might seem like they're made of stone, but underneath that exterior beats a heart that feels just as deeply as anyone else's. In the wild, a lone wolf doesn't show weakness. It doesn't whine and complain. It stays strong, it adapts, it survives. It's not that it doesn't feel fear or pain, it's that it understands the importance of controlling those emotions. And that's kind of like Sigma males. They're not afraid of their emotions, they've just learned to manage them, to channel them in healthy and productive ways. They understand that emotions are powerful, and they don't want to be ruled by them. This doesn't mean they're repressing their emotions or denying their existence. It's more about choosing when and how to express them. They're selective with their vulnerability, sharing their true selves only with those they trust deeply. So, yeah, Sigma males are not emotionless robots. They're complex, feeling individuals who have simply learned to navigate the world in a way that honors their need for both emotional depth and self-control. Alright, misconception number 5. Sigma males are just like alpha males, just a different flavor. Both Sigma and alpha males tend to be confident, self-reliant, and driven. But that's where the similarities end. Alpha males thrive on social dominance. They want to be at the top of the hierarchy, calling the shots. Sigma males, on the other hand, operate outside of that whole hierarchy. They're not looking for anyone's approval but their own. It's like comparing a wolf pack to a lone wolf. The lone wolf answers to no one, follows its own instincts. And that's the key difference between Sigma and alpha males. They're comfortable in their own skin, and they don't need the validation of others to feel secure. Sigma males find their strength from within, not from external accolades. They are often introspective and value their independence. This introspection allows them to understand themselves deeply. They channel their energy into personal growth and innovation. While they may not seek to lead, their unique perspective often inspires others. In essence, Sigma males are the lone wolves of society, thriving on their own terms. They have a vision for their life that is uniquely their own, and they navigate through life with a sense of purpose and independence. Ultimately, Sigma males find fulfillment within themselves, not from the approval of others. Alright, so this whole mysterious thing about Sigma males, it's kind of funny. It's like they're these mythical creatures, always shrouded in secrecy. But honestly, a lot of it comes down to them just valuing their privacy. They're not trying to be all cloak and dagger, they just like their own space. Think about it. You ever been around someone who's constantly in your face, always got to be the center of attention? Exhausting. Sigmas, they're the opposite. They're comfortable with themselves. They don't need all that external validation. So yeah, they might not be spilling their guts every 5 seconds, but it's not like they're hiding some big secret. They're just chilling, doing their own thing. And honestly, I can respect that. In a world that's constantly trying to fit you into a box, it's refreshing to see someone who's comfortable marching to the beat of their own drum. It's like they're saying, screw your labels, I'm gonna do me. And that's pretty damn cool. You see, this whole idea of Sigma males being mysterious, it plays into this weird cultural obsession we have with the unknown. Like, we see someone who's a little different, who doesn't fit the mold, and we automatically assume there's something more to them. But the truth is, most of the time, there's not some big mystery to unravel. They're just dudes. They have their own thoughts, their own feelings, their own way of looking at the world. And yes, sometimes those thoughts and feelings might be different from yours or mine, but that's okay. In fact, I think it's important to surround yourself with people who challenge your perspectives, who make you think about things in a new way. That's how we grow, that's how we evolve. So next time you meet a Sigma male, don't be so quick to label them as mysterious or enigmatic. Just be open, be yourself, and you might be surprised at what you find. You might even learn a thing or two about yourself in the process. Alright, let's talk about Sigma males and teamwork. There's this misconception that they're all lone wolves, that they can't function in a group setting. And yeah, they value their independence, they like to do their own thing. But to say they can't work in teams, that's just plain wrong. It's like saying a wolf can't survive in a pack. Sure, they're capable of hunting solo, but when they work together, they can take down much bigger prey. Same goes for Sigma males. They bring a unique set of skills to the table, and when they find the right team, they can be incredibly effective. The key is finding the right team. a group of people who respect their individuality and understand their need for autonomy. When a Sigma male feels like he's being micromanaged or controlled, that's when he's gonna peace out. But give him some space to breathe, let him do his thing, and he'll surprise you with his dedication and work ethic. They're not afraid to lead, but they're not gonna be the ones barking orders and demanding attention. They're more like the silent assassins of the group, the ones who get things done without needing a pat on the back. They lead by example, by being competent, reliable, and resourceful, and that's a valuable asset to any team. So we've talked about how Sigma males value their independence, their privacy, their ability to operate outside the traditional social hierarchy. And yeah, a lot of those traits do tend to be associated with introversion. But to say that all Sigma males are introverts? That's a bit of a stretch. It's like saying all comedians are extroverts. Sure, you gotta be comfortable on stage interacting with an audience, but some of the funniest people I know are actually pretty introspective and quiet off stage. The thing is, Sigma males come in all shapes and sizes, just like any other archetype. Some are naturally more outgoing and social, while others prefer to keep to themselves. It's not about being introverted or extroverted, it's about being comfortable in your own skin. And that's what's so cool about Sigma males, they don't feel the need to conform to any one type. They're comfortable being themselves, whether that means being the life of the party or the quiet observer in the corner. Now, even the more extroverted Sigma males, they still have that independent streak. They're not going to be the ones chasing after validation or trying to please everyone. They engage with others on their own terms when they feel like it, and that's perfectly fine. It's like, imagine a lion. A lion's not going to waste its energy chasing after every gazelle it sees. It's going to pick its battles, conserve its energy, and strike when the time is right. Sigma males are kind of the same way with their social energy. They're not antisocial, they just prioritize meaningful interactions over superficial small talk. They'd rather have a deep conversation with one or two people they connect with than spend their time trying to impress a crowd. And honestly, I think that's a good thing. In a world that's constantly bombarding us with noise and distractions, it's important to be able to tune out the BS and focus on what really matters. Alright, so there's this idea floating around that Sigma males are these cold, unfeeling robots, like they just don't care about anyone else. But that's not entirely accurate, it's more nuanced than that. See, these dudes, they feel things deeply, just like anyone else. They're not sociopaths. The thing is, they're very selective about who they let see that side of them. They've got this strong sense of self-preservation, so they're not gonna go around wearing their hearts on their sleeves, spilling their guts to just anyone who will listen. It's not that they don't care, it's more like they're protecting themselves. Think about it like a defense mechanism. They've built up these walls to avoid getting hurt, to avoid the drama. Sometimes that means holding back a little, keeping some things close to the chest. It's not always pretty, but it's how they survive, how they navigate the world without getting bogged down by everyone else's baggage. Now, this doesn't mean they lack empathy. In fact, they can be incredibly perceptive and understanding. They're often really good listeners. They get it. They see what others are going through, and they can relate on a deep level. But here's the thing. They don't necessarily feel the need to fix it, to jump in and solve everyone's problems. They understand that everyone's got their own journey, their own shit to deal with. And sometimes the best thing you can do for someone is just be there, listen without judgment, and offer support without trying to take over. That's where the Sigma male shines. They're not afraid to sit with you in the darkness, to hold space for your pain. They're not going to sugarcoat it or give you some bullshit platitudes. They're going to keep it real. They'll tell you the truth, even if it's not what you want to hear. And sometimes, that's exactly what you need. Okay, let's talk about commitment, because this is a big one. There's this stereotype that Sigma males are afraid of commitment, that they're just gonna run for the hills the second things start to get serious. But again, it's not that simple. Look, these guys, they value their freedom and independence above all else. They need space to breathe, to explore, to do their own thing. That's non-negotiable for them. So yeah, the idea of being tied down, of having their every move dictated by someone else's expectations, that can be pretty terrifying. It's not that they don't want to be in a relationship, they just don't want to be suffocated by it. They need a partner who understands and respects their need for autonomy, someone who's not going to try to control them or clip their wings. They crave a connection that enhances their life, not complicates it. They're looking for an equal, someone who can walk beside them, not behind them or in front of them. Now here's the kicker. When a Sigma male does commit, they commit fully. They're not the type to play games or string people along. When they find someone they connect with on a deep level, someone who truly gets them, they're all in. They're fiercely loyal and protective of their loved ones. They'll move mountains for the people they care about, but they're not going to waste their time on relationships that feel superficial or unfulfilling. They're not afraid to walk away from something that's not serving them, even if it hurts. They'd rather be alone than in a relationship that drains their energy or compromises their values. So, yeah, they might be selective about who they let into their lives, but when they do, it's a big deal. They're not afraid of commitment, they're just not going to settle for anything less than real, authentic connection. So there you have it. 10 common misconceptions about Sigma males debunked. Look, these guys, they're complex. They don't fit neatly into any box. They're not defined by some internet archetype. They're individuals with their own unique strengths, weaknesses, and perspectives. So next time you hear someone spouting off about Sigma males, remember, there's always more to the story. Don't buy into the hype. Think for yourself. Sigma males are often misunderstood because they don't conform to traditional social hierarchies. They value their independence and often prefer solitude, but that doesn't mean they're antisocial. In fact, many Sigma males have rich social lives and deep connections with those they choose to let in. They are often driven by their passions and have a strong sense of purpose. This sense of purpose can lead them to pursue unconventional paths in life. Despite their independence, Sigma males can be incredibly loyal and supportive friends. They take the time to understand themselves and their place in the world. So don't be quick to judge or label them based on superficial traits. Embrace the complexity and diversity that Sigma males bring to the table. Remember, every individual is unique, and that's what makes the world an interesting place. Don't buy into the hype. Think for yourself. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe to the Sigma Odyssey YouTube channel for more content like this. If you believe you are a Sigma male, these next videos might help you.